Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're looking at one of the Joes. So we got Scarlett here, and this is one of the old card back ones, so we actually get a nice background of who Scarlett really is. Shanna O'Hara, which is an intelligence classified specialty, secondary specialty is all classified. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia. A martial arts expert who started practicing at the age of 9. Scarlett graduated summa cum laude from 2 Ivy League universities and went on to excel in training courses at 4 branches of the armed forces. So, one of the old original characters, it's nice to have her as a traditional card back in the classified series here. Let's see if I can angle this down a little bit more. Okay, so we'll get her opened up here and we'll kind of look at what she's got. If I can get the knife blade out instead of the screwdriver bit. Alright, so I think I may have an extra version of her for one of the other iterations that they've done here lately. You know, the problem is I don't believe it was this look. I think it was one of the other kind of outfit looks or whatever that they had done. So it's kind of nice having the kind of traditional look to her. And one of the other things I really like to mention about this, once I get her out here, is with the old card back type packaging, they actually gave us stands. I really wish that they would give us stands in all the packaging and all that stuff, because that really makes it a lot nicer. Trying to get them all kind of up here, trying to be able to get them properly displayed so they can stand up nicely. So she's got some different hands, so if you want her to actually throw some punches, we can change out the hands, which is really cool. Oh boy, that knife is very rubbery. So, which I know some people had kind of complained about some of the weapons and knives being a little bit more on the rubbery side. And this version came with a couple different types of ponytails. Now, if you're a fan of the old cartoon, this is a lot of the standard rifle that they were using, because they were kind of, you know, the cartoon, everybody was shooting lasers back and forth. I think it was the old Star Wars laser sound effect that they were using, shooting back and forth. But pretty much everybody was carrying rifles a lot like that. Let's see, we have our other ponytail here. Our pistol. And I don't remember her ever really using an M16, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Because she would always use, and I feel like I just broke it, she'd always use her crossbow. There we are. Okay, so we got red out here. So, trying to get her standing up on that. Okay, so looking the figure over, she's got a nice shape to her. She has the shurikens or throwing stars on her forearms here. So that's kind of nice. Let's see, we do have a scabbard here for her knife. So we can put her knife in here. It's pretty neat. Now this is what our arrows are going to be in. So we will get those put in there. Okay, I just got to watch a little bit as to how I'm doing it. Now it is kind of interesting to see how we have different tips and different things here for the arrows. So we have 3 regular arrows. Actually, this is a crossbow, so this would actually be called bolts. But, you know, we can have fun with it either way. Now this has got a different kind of, more of a broad head on there than some of the other ones did. Alright, trying to get this all kind of in here and then kind of out. Now, seeing that I feel like I broke the crossbow itself, this just sits in there, so that's not too bad. So, okay, we can make that work. Actually, for this last one here, what I can do, so I could actually put that in here. It's actually got notches in here, so hopefully you can see this. I mean, it's all black, so I just don't know how well you can see that all together. And this one looks like that would work a little bit better that way than some of the others, but we can change that. And oddly enough, it looks like we have some sort of optic or something on the side. Actually, I think what I'm going to say is that's not even going to be an optic. I think that's going to be a line, because if you remember in the cartoon, and I don't know about the comic books, but because she would use this and she would actually have like ropes or whatever, she would shoot it, it'd stick onto the other side, she'd fasten it down, and then they'd kind of cross over on the ropes. So that's probably what that is. That's probably the line there that they would use. I'm not going to put that into her arm quite yet. So we do have a pistol here. It's not as rubbery as what that knife was. The bigger rifle, not very rubbery as well. And same thing with the M16, that's not very rubbery. We do have the backpack. And of course, the way the backpacks worked is right here where our finger guard is. We can put our rifles there. That way she can carry them. We can go from there. Now, one of the things I mentioned on one of the other videos, it would be kind of nice if they actually had it so we could open up the backpack and put like the extra hands or something in there. That would be really nice. Now, we got to figure out which hair we want to put in. So we want to just put in just a long ponytail here. There we go. Okay. Take her off the stand. Now, she has our standard ankle, so we can use a regular standard ankle. We have the double knee. If I can get the second, there we go. So if you really need her to, she can stretch the leg out really nice. You know, you can pose her out here. She can kind of get that knee ready to just do a snap kick to someone. We have that available. So that's pretty nice. The legs itself, right above the boot, we do have a pivot point there. And then right up here, I can see that we have a pivot up here. So, and there we are. Okay, then we get to our hands and our arms, and of course we have the standard hand. The wrist doesn't want to go out or in very much. So we do have that available more on this wrist than it seems like we do on this one, and I don't see the joint on this end. These are probably the hands I'll leave on here. I'll just keep her with the Kung Fu grip, so that way she can grab whatever pistol or rifle or whatever we need her to. And then she's got, let's see, this does not swivel. We have the double elbow, so she can really get up close. If you wanted to hold the pistol up here, we could do that easily. So that gives us a little extra flexibility there. Let's see. And then our upper arm does have the swivel there. She does have a second shoulder joint here, so we can kind of pop that back a little bit. So if you wanted her to, like she's kind of reaching out to smack someone, she can kind of go there, go in the forward. So that's kind of nice. We don't always get that with the female characters, because sometimes, you know, with them having the smaller area here, we don't always get that. Of course, we don't always get that on some of the other characters as well. So we can twist the torso a little bit, and then we do have a little bit of maneuverability here. So she's not doing a lot of the crunches. Some of the guys, we really have that huge kind of joint right there, so we can do a good sit-up crunch. But she doesn't have that available to her. Let's see, we do have the spot here for putting the backpack on, and that might be where you might want to figure out which hair piece you want, because once you get that backpack on, is the hair going to work on there or not? Some regards, just saying she's got her hair up or something. In some regards, if they had like a bun or something like that we could put on, that would be kind of nice too. But just leave the hair off for the moment. She does stand up with the backpack on. I don't see a holster for the pistol though. So the pistol doesn't have a holster, and we're definitely going to have the crossbow in her hand. She iconically always carried this around, so I don't see not having that in her hand. And of course, then the arrow falls out. Let's see, where am I here? Here we are. Alright, so there we are. I also don't really remember her having much of a backpack on, but you know what? That's fine. We can handle that. Get her onto the base here. There. That way she stands up pretty good. Alright. You know, this works out pretty good. Now this here might work better with the backpack on, because it kind of goes out and over. More so than this one. This one might be a better one without the backpack, but either way, I'll just leave those off for now. I have everything except for I just don't see. I'm looking behind me to see if, make sure that you guys can see all this. I just don't see where I'm putting a pistol, unless we just kind of lift up the belt here. Oh, come on. There we go. I really don't want to break this, but you could almost stuff it in there. Saying that she just wants to be a little extra arm to the teeth. But nice character. It has a very nice classic look to it. She's got a nice, you know, traditional look of how I remember the character. And we got a smoke grenade up here on her collarbone there. But yeah, very nicely done. It is a very classic look for Scarlett. So, and like I said, to have the rifle here, which I think was probably done more so in the cartoon, and in the comic I'm sure she probably had more of the M16, because in the comic, from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, the comic book they were doing more of the regular ammo based weapons, where in the cartoon, yeah, they had to worry about ammo or whatever whenever the writer decided they needed to, but it was all like laser guns, because they needed to do that for the sensors and everything else. So 500 shots would get shot out and like 3 rocks would fall. They needed to do that to get around the sensors. So, you know, but that's what I grew up with. And I remember watching the A-Team, and it was the same thing, you know, 500 rounds shot and maybe 2 flat tires, and, you know, a can of paint would fall somewhere or something. it's all that same concept because they had to get it past the sensors. But it is a very nice figure. Looks good. It's a good addition to the collection here. And like I said, I think I have another one, but I don't know where I put that one because I'm looking over where I had it and I don't see it. So in my limited shelving here, it's got to be around here somewhere. But it didn't have the classic look like this. So with that, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for visiting. It's always wonderful having you stop by. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.